Today, we're going to look at student success and how it's affected by time management. Before we get into it, what is time management? Well, it's the ability to use one's time effectively or productively, especially at work. Time management is the key to efficient working. But why does this matter? Well, there's 8 reasons why time management is crucial. First, time is limited. If you want to rise through the ranks, you have to acknowledge the importance of finding a way to manage this limited resource. You can accomplish more with less effort. When you learn to take control of your time, you improve your ability to focus. And with increased focus comes enhanced efficiency because you don't lose momentum. Improved decision-making ability. Whether you rely on a time-chunking technique or discover the power of list-making, you'll soon find that a nice side benefit of good time management skills is the ability to make better decisions. Become more successful in your career. It allows you to take control of your life rather than following the flow of others. Learning opportunities are everywhere, and great learning opportunities are all around you, if you've got the time to stop and take advantage of them. Reduce stress. When you don't have control of your time, it's easy to end up feeling rushed and overwhelmed. Free time is necessary. When you're busy, you're getting more done. You accumulate extra time throughout your day that you can later use to relax, unwind, and prepare for a good night's sleep. Self-discipline is valuable. When you practice good time management, you leave no room for procrastination. This is a valuable skill that will begin to impact other areas of your life where a lack of discipline has kept you from achieving a goal. Now we're going to look at the study. This is the first year college students' time use, relations with self-regulation and GPA. There are 4 researchers a part of this study, and the purpose of this study was to examine relationships among first-year college students' time use, academic self-regulation, and target and actual grade point average at 3 time points. So what is self-regulation? Well, Barry Zimmerman in 2002 states, self-regulation is the self-directed process by which learners transform their mental abilities into academic skills. Now let's look at how the results of this study were achieved. Questionnaires were released to first semester undergraduate students at a large public Mid-Atlantic university. These questionnaires looked to gather planned student time use, target GPA, academic self-regulation, actual student time use, and actual GPA. These questionnaires were collected at 3 different times: T1, 2 weeks into the first semester; T2, end of the first semester; and T3, the end of the second semester. I recorded planned time use at T1, listed in order of most time planned to least, obligations, which is somebody's job, for example, socializing, academics, and leisure. Now, actual time use at T2 was the same: obligations, socializing, academics, and leisure. Actual time use at T3, you see a little bit of a change up here: obligations, and then academics, socializing dropped a bit, and lastly, still leisure. So time use related to self-regulation and GPA. While students with stronger self-regulation planned and spent more time on academics than those with poorer self-regulation. Target GPA, students with a higher target GPA planned more time to academics and obligations. And target GPA in this study shows unrelated to leisure and socialization. Actual GPA, study showed that an increase in time use for academics was directly related to actual GPA at T3, but not T2. So even though the time was planned in T2, it didn't result in an increased GPA. And this tells us that after learning time management skills throughout T2, the increase was shown in GPA in T3. So what does all this mean? Well, first, this study shows the importance of studying student time management in college. Students entering college appear to underestimate how much time college academics take. The results suggest that students' self-regulation and learning skills are low in the first year. And this may mean that many college students are not optimally performing because of self-regulatory capacities they do not yet possess. So how can we use this information? Well, the study into time management and self-regulation needs to begin prior to college, first semester at the latest. We can also implement these 7 time management strategies. These will help in planning time appropriately, as well as getting the most out of that planned time. First, eliminate distractions and get rid of anything that distracts you and allows you to procrastinate from your work. Be focused on the task at hand. There's a mental state called flow, and it's when you're completely immersed and involved in an activity. To achieve flow, you find a challenge, develop your skills, eliminate distractions, set aside enough time, and set clear goals and focus completely on the task at hand. Use a calendar. A calendar is a great way to plan your day. It'll be an easier way to schedule your appointments and remember your obligations. Use a checklist. A checklist is a great way to ensure you stay on task. Get organized. Once you have your calendar and checklist set up, you should be well on your way to being better organized. Schedule rewards. You need to treat yourself when you do the right thing. Take a few minutes out of every hour to take a break. The break will allow your brain to relax and be more productive when you return. Get a good night's sleep. It can be hard to concentrate if you didn't get 7 to 8 hours of sleep in the night before. Pulling an all-nighter studying is less productive than consistent study. And lastly, we then need to plan the appropriate time to academics. So there's an interesting video here that goes into some good details on the topic.
College. Many of us hear about time management. We hear advice like make checklists, keep a schedule, practice good study habits, yada yada, yawn. Sure, all these suggestions are helpful, but they're just a piece of the time management plan, and they don't fit everyone. Manage your time in schoolwork will be easier? That sounds good. The reality, it's been easy getting by without a plan. But the further we move in our education, the higher the stakes. We are betting that we can meet our GPA goals without healthy study habits. Classes get harder and you may find yourself drowning in challenging coursework. And you never bother learning how to swim. How to form good study habits? First, stop comparing yourself to your friends. Think they get good grades without studying? Nope. You need to find out what works for you. And cramming like a hibernated chipmunk is not the solution. So, where to begin? Know thyself. There is no magic bullet for finding the right routine. The first thing you need to learn is how you learn. Prioritization is key, and it's an easy first step. Create a list of activities that occupy your time and rank them from highest to lowest priority. From there, you can begin managing your time. You are responsible for your success in college. And chances are, your friends aren't looking out for your grades. If they want to hang out, you have to decide, do you actually have time or do you have schoolwork? Start now. You may not have a perfect system, and systems can change. That's perfectly fine. The more you learn now about how you learn, the easier things will be. Halfway through a semester and unhappy with your grades? Ouch. That's a tough time to change your game plan. Plan early and spare yourself the grief. We've got good news. All around campus are people who can help you understand how you learn. Literally, there are resources all over campus designed to help you. Office hours provide insight for tackling a class head on. Learning centers help with all subjects and all course levels. Schedule meeting times with supportive peers. It's a surefire way to ensure accountability.
So I hope this information can help all of you, and I appreciate taking the time to listen. Thank you.